Party people, just want to make a quick video. This one is showing off the tool by Google, NotebookLM. And what's cool about Notebook is it allows for you to really hone in on your content that you're trying to create, and you can get your ideas together a lot faster. So it's really easy. Just go to notebooklm.google.com, or you can just type in NotebookLM, and I'm pretty sure it's a Google product, so it's gonna pop up. Once you get inside, you just create a notebook. And what's cool about it, like I said, you can add your sources to it, and this way you can use AI with less hallucination. Because basically, instead of combing or trying to guess from random places, or not necessarily random, but mixed places it wants to, you can actually give it direct things like your own files, your own Google Drive. You can put in transcripts. What's really cool is you can put websites in, including YouTube links. So any kind of links, add multiple links and everything like that inside here. Only public YouTube videos. So you can get really creative with this. I haven't really used it for like anything like that, but you probably can. Let me see what happens. And let's just search and then find their Instagram. I'm not sure if it works like this, because basically Instagram is a social media post. It's not really a video. Let me just go to Instagram. And I'm not sure if there's video links. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to do it from, should be a share button somewhere. That's what we're looking for, a share button. Okay, copy link. Okay. And we're going to go back and see if it'll actually do that. It probably won't, but like I never used it for Instagram. Okay, looks like it fed in. And what you want to do is go to the chat. So it says zero source. Okay, now look at this. A little failed due to transition error. Please try again. Transition error. All right. So yeah, I don't know if it works for Instagram, so to speak, but it works for YouTube, which is really cool. So let's say if there is on YouTube they would really look up to. You can have it analyze the video. Let's see. Your full. I don't know if it does for shorts. So this is the right one. Press the right way, right? And a little summary, everything like that. Share. Copy the link, take it to Notebook, add source, paste in link. And you can do this from your mobile phone also. Okay, check mark. As you see, really quick, within 5 seconds or less, already summarized everything. You can ask questions. You can create infographics, slide decks, everything like that. What I'm going to do is show you what I've done. I did the same thing. I just took a YouTube video and just uploaded it to Notebook. I took that one um, that Notebook did, and I used that transcript to make a video explaining Notebook. Right, you see here, it's right here, Mastering Notebook LM, and I prompted it and I said, hey, I need a YouTube script to make a tutorial on Notebook LM for someone who needs to be introduced. If you can get this done within 5 minutes of content, that would be great. So it took the sources over here and it made me a 5 minute or less script or content. And then also what's cool is you can do a video overview of all of it'll take all of the sources and make a little video. I'm going to attach the videos, but it's really cool. You can just, little things that will
Ever
be
wish you could
useful for
just
content.
clone yourself? An assistant that knows your business inside and out, answers
It's seven
some
minutes of
generic
content.
advice. It gives 3 specific, field-tested
So, take those slides. I can take that voice. I can make content with it. You can get a voice overview. Like I said, it's a slide deck, a presentation, use it for content, content. But it's pretty cool how it takes all your sources so you can create like a mastermind, with, paid content or something like that. The sky's the limit. Shit is probably even further than the sky. But, imagination, or the better your content here, the better result you get over. You can create flashcards, quizzes, mind maps, next. Um, Here's a little infogram, based off of the sources. Everything is spelled correctly of this. There's no misspellings. Like, remember when AI used to make stuff like this and be all jumbled words? But now it's really cool because it's using the latest banana. So yeah, I'm going to insert a video right here that I used, that like this script. I'm going to copy and paste this script into my other tool, which is HeyGen is avatar. yeah, video, and I use that to avatar videos. So basically, I'm going to just go inside here, create a video in the studio and everything like that, and basically that's it. And you guys gonna see what it looks like. All right, well, I appreciate it again. Like I said, watch the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this new tool and how it's gonna save you on creating content and it's like a digital composition book. I was growing up, I had a lot of composition books based off of ideas that I was working on. It's really cool to use this free tool organize your thoughts and really, like I said, get some really quality content out super quick. All right, I appreciate you watching this video and enjoy.
Most people are using AI tools that give them generic garbage. But what if you had an AI assistant that actually knew everything about your specific business or projects? Today, I'm introducing you to NotebookLM, Google's most powerful free AI tool that almost no one is talking about yet. Unlike ChatGPT or Claude, which pull from the general internet, NotebookLM is grounded entirely in your sources. This means it avoids hallucinations. It doesn't make things up because it only answers based on the documents you give it. It's like having a super smart researcher who reads every document, video, and website you own and never forgets a single detail. Getting started is simple. Head over to notebooklm.google.com. Once you're in, click on New Notebook. Now, the magic happens with what I call the source stacking system. Don't just throw random PDFs in there. You want to layer your information. Foundation sources. These are your how-to guides, SOPs, or training documents. Expertise. Sources. Upload books or research that make you an expert in your field. Customer sources. Add testimonials, reviews, or common customer questions. Content sources. You can even paste YouTube URLs or website links directly into the notebook. When you stack these layers, NotebookLM stops being a generic AI and becomes a genius tailored to your specific history and business. Once your sources are loaded, you can ask anything. For example, if you're training a sales team, you could ask, "A prospect says we already have an agency. Give me 3 ways to respond based on our best sales calls." Because it's trained on your 80-page playbook, it won't give you generic advice. It will give you real answers from real calls that actually worked. The best part? Citations. Every response includes links to the exact quote in your documents where it found the info. No more sifting through hundreds of pages. You get the answer and the proof in seconds. This is where it gets wild. NotebookLM can turn your boring documents into a podcast. By clicking Audio Overview, 2 AI hosts will discuss your content in a natural conversation. You can even give them a specific focus, like focus on how to handle objections. This is perfect for team training or learning while you're at the gym or driving. Need a written document instead? You can use the reports feature. Just paste a prompt like, "Walk a new client through their first 7 days," and it will generate a beautiful step-by-step guide based on your onboarding documents. You might be thinking, "My business is too unique," or "I'm not techie enough for this." But here's the truth. The more unique your business is, the more valuable this tool becomes because it learns your special way of doing things. And if you can send an email or use Google Docs, you can use NotebookLM. It's literally just uploading documents and asking questions. Stop wasting time repeating yourself. Start building your AI brain today. It's free, it's powerful, and it's ready to work 24/7. Don't forget to check the description for 100 prompts you can use to get started.
Ever wish you could just clone yourself? Create an assistant that knows your business inside and out, answers questions perfectly every single time, and, well, never takes a coffee break? Today, we're going to break down how a powerful and completely free tool from Google can become a custom AI brain for your business. Okay, let's dive right in. First up, let's talk about the biggest headache with most AI tools. You've been there, right? You ask a super specific question about your business, and what you get back is, well, it's just generic junk. And that's because they're trained on the entire internet, not on the stuff that actually makes your business unique. And this is where the big secret is hiding. Even when people find the right tool, like Google's NotebookLM, they're just kind of throwing random documents at it and hoping for magic. This quote from our source material just sums it up perfectly. It is exactly like going to the gym with no plan. You're not going to get the results you want without a real strategy. So here's the crucial difference. It's all about the diet. A generic AI, it's eating from this messy, unpredictable buffet of the entire internet. But your AI? No. It feeds exclusively on your documents, your processes, your expertise. The result isn't generic garbage, it's specialized genius. So what is this magic tool that can create this specialized genius for your business? Well, let's meet the solution. It's Google's NotebookLM. Okay, so here's the core idea that makes NotebookLM so different from something like ChatGPT. It only uses the sources you give it, and this is huge. It means no made-up facts, no hallucinations. Every single answer it gives is grounded in your reality, based entirely on your documents. This analogy just absolutely nails it. I mean, imagine a team member who has perfectly memorized every document, every video, every process you've ever created. They're on call 24/7, they have perfect recall, and you can ask them anything over and over and over again and get a precise, cited answer in an instant. That's the kind of power we're talking about here. But hey, remember that gym analogy? Just having the equipment isn't enough, right? You need the right workout plan. And for NotebookLM, that plan has a name. It's called the source stocking method. See, the real magic isn't actually in the tool itself. It's all about how you feed it information. Just dumping a bunch of random files in there is like throwing random ingredients in a pan and expecting a 5-star meal. It's just not going to work. You need a recipe. You need a structured approach. And that recipe, well, it's a 5-layer stack. So let's break down how these layers build a truly intelligent AI brain that is specific to your business. So here they are, the 5 critical layers. The best way to think about this is like building a pyramid of knowledge. We're going to start with your internal foundation and then build outwards, layer by layer, to create an AI that doesn't just know a bunch of facts, but actually understands your business's place in the world. First up is layer 1, the foundation. This is pretty much your company's DNA, your standard operating procedures, your sales playbooks, your internal training manuals. Before the AI can understand your customers or your competitors, it has to understand you. This layer teaches it the non-negotiable rules of how your business runs from the inside. Next, we add layer 2, expertise. This is the why behind your how. So here, you're going to upload the key books, the research papers, the course materials that actually inform your strategy. This layer is what turns your AI from just a simple process follower into a knowledgeable expert that gets the theories and principles your whole business is built on. Layer 3 is an absolute game changer, the voice of the customer. Here, you feed the AI your testimonials, your support chats, your sales call transcripts, your reviews, and this is so important because your AI stops just thinking like you and starts understanding your customers' actual pain points, their questions, and the language they use. This is the key to creating content and responses that really truly resonate. All right, layer 4 is your public voice. This includes all the articles you've written, the YouTube videos you've filmed, and the podcasts you recorded. By adding this layer, the AI learns your unique style, your tone, your brand personality. It can now generate stuff that doesn't just have the right information, but also sounds authentically like you. And finally, we give it context with layer 5, the competitive landscape. So you upload information about your competitors, key industry reports, market analysis. And with this final layer, your AI becomes strategically aware. It doesn't just understand your business in a vacuum. It understands where you fit, what makes you different, and how do you position yourself in the wider market. Okay, so that's the theory, which is cool and all, but what does this actually look like in practice? Let's check out a really concrete example of a powerful AI assistant you can build with this exact method. So just imagine creating an AI that can train your sales team 24/7, answering their toughest questions in a heartbeat. We're going to build an automated sales trainer, and we're going to feed it our sales playbook and transcripts of our most successful calls. A new salesperson faces that classic objection. Now, instead of panicking or messaging their manager, they just type this simple prompt into their custom-built NotebookLM. See, they're not asking the internet, they're asking your company's own collective sales wisdom. And boom, this brilliantly illustrates the power of the whole system. The AI doesn't give some generic advice. It gives 3 specific, field-tested responses pulled directly from your own winning sales calls. And you see those citations? It even shows the trainee exactly which document the answer came from. I mean, this is real, actionable training delivered in seconds. Okay, so right about now, a few doubts might be creeping in. This sounds great, but my business is different, or I'm not really a tech person. Let's just tackle those limiting beliefs head on. If you're sitting there thinking your business is too unique, you've actually got it completely backward. The more unique and specialized you are, the less useful a generic AI is, and the more valuable a custom AI brain becomes. Your uniqueness isn't a bug, it's the main feature. And as for not being techy enough, let's be crystal clear about this. There is no coding involved here. This is not some complex engineering project. The source material is really emphatic on this point. If you can upload a file to Google Docs or send an email, you have all the technical skills you need to build this. Seriously. So the framework is yours. The tool is free. The only barrier left is your imagination. Are you going to build an onboarding assistant for new hires? A customer support bot that knows every single product detail? An automated sales trainer? The possibilities are just endless. The only real question left is, what are you going to build first?